So the leash goes away if you eat a tree.
No, it applies a leash debuff to the hero, but you can move during it, so they're not rooted.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. So it's like a Slark Pounce kind of.
Yeah.
Got some movement. I see. All right, crit. Gonna take some damage from Mr. Dubu himself. So yeah, what do you think? So position 1 NP. Abed is gonna be playing the Dragon Knight. As you can see, Night Stalker's Curry go down, and Nightfall playing his Night Stalker, which we've seen a couple times, and he's pretty damn good at it. And it's another good hero against Ember Spirit, right? With the Crippling Fear, as long as you can get like a Blink Dagger or some sort of gap close.
Let's play a game of
But
chess.
the Razor just looks really good still, doesn't it?
Let's play a game
It
of
does, but you know,
chess.
I feel like Razor generally wins lane against most things anyway, and Night Stalker, like, generally just sits there and farms for the first, 3 or 4 minutes anyway, until it's nighttime. So, yeah, I mean, it is a little weird in the sense that like you are picking a guaranteed losing lane, although he's doing fine right now. But I do feel like for the game, it's super solid. Like, it interrupts the Fiend's Grip. You don't care about Razor past the laning stage because you're just so quick on Night Stalker and you can run over trees and things like that. I think you can fly over the Mars Arena. You should be able to after the change, but who the hell knows?
We'll see.
Oh wait, no, they
It's
changed
the opposite
It
change.
changed it so you couldn't do that.
Right.
But then I heard that it actually made it so a lot of heroes could.
Yeah, but that's a bug.
Yeah, well.
But I haven't personally seen Night Stalker get out of it during this patch.
I
so
don't
we'll
know.
see.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
The
we have
game
Abed versus Braille mid,
of
Ember
chess.
versus DK, which should be, I would assume, a wash for the most part. I don't think either hero can kill
5-minute
either.
game.
No, I do think Ember, though, like, you naturally should win any lane where they can't take off the shield. So I do feel like it probably favors Ember
Okay.
a little bit.
So I'll be able to push out the lanes a little bit faster then. And then the top lane, Saberlight, is playing the Mars. Of course,
5-minute
RTZ
game.
already talked about their Nature's Prophet. So being the Nature's Prophet aficionado, let's call you.
Okay.
I mean, would that be an aficionado? Like,
I don't know what that
aficionado,
means.
It means you're an expert, so that's definitely
Oh,
not the case.
for sure. Yeah, okay, that
You're
definitely
an
makes sense.
obsessive.
Let's see
That
what
definitely makes
happens.
sense.
It's more of an obsessive thing with
Huh.
Nature's Prophet is. we
Obsessed
see
with being an expert, yeah.
Crit. He gets off the blast off, but the plasma field just in range. Tomato gets first blood. So already off to a better start for TSM.
Yeah.
I don't think they got first blood in game 1 or 2. They didn't get a kill for the first 20 minutes, it felt like, in game 2, so.
Actually, looking at this draft, it's funny. I mean, it looks like they picked like entirely to win lanes. Mars IO, I mean, any IO lane is basically never going to lose. Ember versus DK, very strong lane as we talked about. And
5-minute game.
Razor doesn't really lose lanes, especially with the Bane.
Yeah, that's true.
They're, I mean, just in general, like their lanes look much stronger. Whereas EG, they have this weird, support duo, Pugna Techie. Nature's Prophet is definitely going to win, almost any lane. Like he'll do fine. I don't want to say win, but he'll do fine in any lane. He's got the trees. Like he's always going to get last hits.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting fact that you brought up, though, that they picked these heroes specifically to win their lanes.
Yeah.
Game 1, I mean, they didn't have to do that game 2 because they won game 1 despite
What?
losing the laning stage, right? So they didn't feel it was necessary. But then game 2, it's just like, all right, EG
Yeah.
corrected whatever they needed to correct. So them winning the laning stage is just not going to work.
What the?
Like my gut read on this
Heck is
is
this?
that
Jesus Christ.
that looks grotesque.
What?
Look at the talent. It looks like what are those like Easter Island? What are those?
What?
Yeah, I don't know what those are called, but that looks like a growth coming out of him, no doubt.
It looks like one of those heads that they, it's like Mayan or
What?
something. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Easter Island.
Easter Island, that's a thing, isn't it? The heads that are on there, and everybody's
Yeah,
like, how the hell
Flax
did
has
they?
told me a lot about Easter Island. I try to forget it every time.
Has he?
Saberlight, he always does the same story. He recycles the same stuff every time.
That's fair.
Saberlight continually getting blocked by Arteezy. Very good micro from him.
But double bracer with an IO, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's fun.
you don't care. You don't really care.
But it could tilt you.
It is definitely very
sticky
tilting.
bomb.
Okay, the way that.
Tomato getting chased. All right, they're going to find the kill. Dubu getting surrounded, but here
What
comes
the rubbish
Io.
is this?
Yeah.
Yep, crit.
The double
Gonna get another
support,
sticky
baby.
bomb. And Unyander has to be careful now. But the fact that he rotated means that top lane, they're going to probably feel a little bit more confident.
Yeah, he's at 10% HP there on Saberlight. That is not ideal. Against a Nature's Prophet 2, do they have a catapult alive for Nature's Prophet? Yes, they do. This
What?
This is going to require an Ember Spirit rotation, I believe, towards the top. But if you go top, then Abed takes mid. So this sucks.
Oh, Saberlight. He's going to survive for now, but walks into Jerax and actually dies to the Nether Ward. So the rotation from Io actually ends up hurting TSM quite a bit because he wasn't really there to save Tomato. And ends up kind of losing that top lane as a result. So I would assume he regrets that to a degree.
Yeah, and there are 3 range creeps hitting the top tower now. Although EG, they've actually completely ditched it. Arteezy going
A lot of high fives going on as Arteezy comes to TP, going on top of Tomato. You can see, again, great micro as Tomato is going to die to the wrath of nature. It's like the last tick there. As now Moon Meander looks to be next. And EG just, I mean, after a little bit of a slow start, which we haven't become accustomed to in this series, it feels like they've just outplayed them the last couple minutes hard.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the ideal situation for Nature's Prophet, where like you pressure the tower top, which forces all of these rotations towards top, and then you just TP bot. And it's like there just aren't heroes to rotate to this. I mean, it would be just Bryle, but the fact that there's a DK mid means that he can't leave that lane without losing the tower. He feels pressure to stay there.
Yeah.
The body blocks were very nice on this. Also, wherever he placed that ult,
Boom!
that was a huge hit, and it's not luck with a lot of these Nature's Prophet players. I've even had NP players be like, "Hey, delete this ward because it's giving vision of creep camps that are going to make it so my ult can't hit in the bottom lane." So it is one of those things that good Nature's players are able to hit that.
In pubs, they're fine with that because they get a lot of kills on those creeps, right? But not in pro matches. As mid lane, this is going to be a lot of trouble for TSM if they continue to die like this. Crippling Fear preventing Bryle from using any mobility spells. And you can see 4 members of EG doing a lot of damage to this tier 1. They might even get it. Tons of creeps coming in from Arteezy. And yeah, this tower's gone. So EG looking very good yet again. Tomato getting off the static link. Jerax will live though, thanks to the Decrepify. Nightfall, they'll take a couple of attacks, but just walk it off. In fact, might try to go in there. You can see the Wrath of Nature again. Tomato, he's going to get bursted. Blast Off does not connect on Tomato, but looks like they'll find the kill regardless, or maybe not. Nightfall's going to fall back for now. As Abed just barely misses the Breathe Fire.
I think he can get out. I think
the Dragon Tail as Moon Meander tethers to safety, so nicely done from TSM. They find the kill on the techies and don't actually die themselves. Yeah, they're very happy about that. Oh, Jerax, he's still in the area. He had no HP to begin with.
I feel like he always plays like he's Enchantress when he's not. And, you know, on Pugna, it is one of the heroes you can usually get away with that because he's, you know, like second fastest hero in Dota or whatever.
Yeah, he definitely likes these heroes that are tanky or in a way that can kind of save themselves.
Annoying, yeah, he can be annoying.
And if you die, it doesn't really matter that much because you end up wasting a lot of time. Saberlight's going to get an uncontested tower top. So, still relatively even game, but a little bit EG favored, I would say, slightly. And I mean, in terms of tempo, I assume EG's lineup wants to get off and running, right? This is not a lineup that you want to go extreme late game into. Although looking at TSM, that they don't have the best of the. Neither team really has a hard carry per se.
I think I remember SVG saying during the last tour of DPC that Nature's Prophet is one of those heroes that I think it's easy to underestimate how many carry matchups he actually wins. Like, I think against Razor, he would probably win on Nature's Prophet. I mean, if you can not get linked, I think you win that. And with Nature's Prophet, I think you can, you know, Silver Edge, Bloodthorn, that sort of stuff. You can TP in anywhere in the fight. So
yeah, I mean, that's the big, because he's not going to like man up a lot of times.
No,
like Medusa or
you're never going to man up on a Razor. But I think the ability to globally teleport too means like, you know, you can be pressuring top, force somebody to rotate, all of a sudden to 5v4 somewhere else, and like that's the way that you carry.
Right, as opposed to Razor that goes for the refresher. Sometimes I guess you don't go Ags anymore. I haven't seen it as often.
No, that's
but basically relying on the double ult to just shred through buildings and win team fights. Yeah, kind of very different lineups, and none of them are even remotely close to either game we've seen, which is cool.
No? No.
Other than the DK.
Yeah, he seems to be the common factor here.
Yeah, breathe fire from Abed. He's gonna get chased a bit by Tomato, stealing some damage, but you can see Jarex on the
Shit,
other
they're in.
side. Sprout coming out from Arteezy. Tomato again getting blocked. Beautiful micro again from Arteezy, but here comes the Ember Spirit with a nice sleight of fist. Nightfall with the crippling fear. They're gonna find one. They're trying to go on to Ember Spirit. This is gonna be close. Looks like he drops.
But you
Two dead
can't
for
fly over.
TSM. Mars Arena.
He's flying over. What the? That's literally supposed to be patched.
Dubu.
He's fine.
So it was Night Stalker.
Yeah, so you can fly over it.
Yeah,
That
it's strange.
doesn't make any sense.
That'll be fixed soon.
Okay.
Next
yeah,
patch.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Can no longer be escaped vertically.
That's just such a lie. You shut up.
Well, Night Stalker is just a different type of being.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, dude, those body blocks were nuts. I mean, the way that he staggered the trees too, where he gives them this like
Yeah.
path to run, but then has a tree coming to
And
block.
I know that it's not the standard thing, but I feel like not going phase boost this game is really, really hurting.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
TSM.
definitely.
As we're going to see the kill off onto Jerax. But yeah, I believe he went treads on Tomato, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, that's a normal build, but this game, I don't know. He's been blocked so many times by Arteezy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think especially when you get to the leash talent, it's gonna be something he's regretting. Spider legs helps if you can pick that up.
Please, Gaben.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, if
that
he
is
gets that,
the counter.
then
Yeah.
all his prayers will be answered.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
This is going to work on this Ancient Camp now, but EG with a 4K net worth lead. This is not a Gaben level shellacking, so already a better game than number 2.
I mean, don't you know?
If you guys haven't, if you're just joining us, you should watch game number 2. It's such a unique display.
It really is. If you can make it through,
If you can somehow stomach
yeah.
no action for 40 minutes,
I don't know. You can probably do anything.
you just have it on the background, you know, just experience it. I feel like it's a rite of passage.
yeah.
Just get through it. Enjoy Dota in all its levels here.
Yeah, this one's a lot faster. I mean, in a lot of games of Dota these days, it does kind of feel like the tier 1s just fall, and then, you know, some team just tries to farm with that advantage to like their next set of items. There's like almost always a pretty big downtime after the tier 1s fall, because people just don't give a shit about taking the enemy
Bad
off lane
thing
tier 1. It
happened.
just doesn't do anything, and then you can't take the tier 2s. They're just too strong.
Saberlight, he's got the horsey. Oh, but the spear. He's going to have to use the arena to keep Jerax in place, but he's keeping himself alive thanks to the life drain. Tomato getting stunned up by Abed. They're focusing on him now. They're going to be able to take out Jerax at the very least, but at what cost is the question. As you can see, Dubu drops, so ends up only being a 1-for-1. Could have been a lot worse. The fact that they had to use an arena just to try to kill a support, not a great sign.
Yeah, that's a super long cooldown now. So, yeah, TSM, they're not going to be able to fight without that.
Ooh, that was so close, though. Very
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that's one of those things that,
Like, well, the leaves doesn't
That-
hit the leaves.
yeah,
There's no branch there.
I would take a while. I would guess that it actually is dependent on like the 3D model of the tree, just because it's Source 2. And I think probably in Source 1 that wouldn't have been the case.
Oh, very interesting.
Okay, all right.
Actually,
Relax.
that is interesting
Relax.
to me. I was being sarcastic. Double sarcastic. I guess.
Okay. The reverse sarcasm. That's nice.
I think all trees have the same hitboxes, though, so I think you're incorrect.
Okay, I don't know.
That is my guess. It wouldn't make sense for them to make different hitboxes.
Not the Iron Branch trees, because those are very hard to spear.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. It's probably a little custom-built thing, you know?
Yeah.
Nope, Nightmare. Saberlight with the blink.
Hit that
There's
one.
the spear successfully done. And they're going to be able to clean up Crit relatively easily as the relocate's coming in as well. The EG kind of dissipate. This will allow Tomato to try and farm a little bit of ancient action on EG's side.
Exciting. Oh, that's not exciting. Oh boy.
Oh
That's
boy,
both of them.
Crippling Fear greets them. And Io, no. Nightfall
He's
will not
actually
be able to take him out, instead being chased by Tomato. Oh my god. The Nether Ward killed Moon Meander.
Why
That
did he try to-
is rough.
What did he try to press there?
I don't know.
He didn't have mana to use his. Was it tether?
It's on. It's off cooldown now.
Uh,
I don't know.
who cares?
What is? It's a 12-second. Maybe it did